names this time around. For reference, our kids have pretty unique names. Our daughter's name is Rumble Honey Smith.
Rumble Honey Smith.
Kill yourself.
Dad thought she was gonna name her kid Rumpelstiltskin.
Our son's name is Slim Easy Smith, and then we just
Slim
had
Easy?
Little Whimsy Lou Smith. These are some girls' names that I loved. We were almost gonna name her Ting.
We got Rumpelstiltskin. We got Real Slim Shady. And we got Lucy Mayhew from Whoville. Every time I make a pregnancy announcement video, you guys are always like, Missy, who would literally name their kids that? These people. Because of these crunchy moms, 10 years from now, we're going to have people go up and be like,
hey guys, I'm 6 years old and my name is Dipsy Willow. Hey guys, I'm 8 years old and my name is Analby Megatron the Fourth.
Okay, all jokes aside, I actually don't think that there's anything wrong with this content. Like, yeah, could you argue that this is setting unrealistic expectations for what a Mormon trad life looks like? Sure. However, I feel like you can make that argument for like literally everything that's on the internet. Do you guys remember when like every single bitch wanted to be a forensic anthropologist because they saw how cool the show Bones was and they wanted to like work with an FBI? Remember when all of us wanted to be marine biologists because they saw those mermaid shows? Remember that? Look, I just turned 28 the other day. All right, I'm fucking tired. Sometimes I want to watch a really pretty girl make this nasty looking bubble gum and pretend like if I named my kid Rumpelstiltskin that there would be no repercussions. Sometimes I want to live in that reality. Okay, so now let's talk about tier 2 trad wives, okay? So these are the women that don't just make like aesthetic content showing how trad wife life is amazing, but these women have like a judgmental, shameful, like undertone to their content. So we have the infamous Gwen the Milkmaid, okay? And she made this video called Lies I Was Told Growing Up Thanks to Modern Feminism. You don't need a man. A 9-to-5 job is better than raising your kids. Getting married and starting a family will make you unhappy. Promiscuity and dressing provocatively is empowering. Birth control is safe. Abortions are no big deal. You guys see like what I mean by like the judgmental undertones in these videos? Like, yeah, she's not coming out here like spraying everyone with a machine gun, okay? But you know, she's throwing hands. She's throwing out yo mama insults. There's just something about her saying all these super judgmental things in front of like this aesthetic bread making session she's having in her little kitchen here. It's just something about it that's just like uncanny. It's like the most passive aggressive ever. This is very much giving like the same vibes as a Southern woman going like, oh, bless your heart, child. So we have Jasmine Dennis here, who is also another trad wife that I see on TikTok all the time, and she made a video that says, I get so much hate for being a stay-at-home mom, but while you're working a full-time job you hate, I'm picking out our sourdough at the market on a Monday morning. Remember, in the past, every mother was a stay-at-home mom. You're not crazy for wanting to stay at home. You're going back to your natural instincts. God, the whole argument of like being a homemaker, being a nurturer, being a mom, a stay-at-home mom specifically, that's your natural instinct. It's what God called you to do. It's not even true. Like if you look through history, women have always been like the teachers. They organize politics and guilds and stuff like that. They do a lot of the accounting and the bookkeeping, being the town whore. I mean, someone's gotta do it. That probably would have been me 300 years ago. And like, this is my problem with these trad wife videos. They always cherry pick little things they want from history to make their narrative make sense. I'm like, girl, back in the day, they drank mercury and like used camel poop as contraceptives. Like, where in history do we have the feminine urge, the feminine roots to move to a McMansion in the suburbs and decorate everything in the style millennial beige? So I also wanted to bring up some trad husbands, because there's no such thing as a trad wife if we don't have trad husbands.
Christian wives, can I just let you in on a little secret about what is slowly destroying your husband? It says in the book of Proverbs 12:4, an excellent wife is the crown of her husband. I bet you that's your goal, that you want to be be the crown of your husband, the most precious thing to him. But she who brings shame is like rottenness to his bones. There is nothing that will steal the joy and the confidence of your husband more than your nagging, more than you calling him out on all those little things in order that you could secretly shame him into changing. You will not shame him into changing. You will rot his bone.
I'm sorry.
Christian wives, us Christian husbands want to tell you guys that actually you're ugly as and we can't stand to be around you guys. And we would rather be pegging our bros than be around you.
Guys, I just know that this man overuses his weaponized incompetence. If the average man's incompetence weapon is a handgun, this guy's incompetence weapon is a nuke. I just know that he leaves stains in the toilet. He doesn't remember his kids' birthdays. He doesn't know his wife's eye color. He has to ask his wife where the scissors are, and they've been living in the same house for 10 years. If either person is nagging about something, how about we have a real adult conversation and try to resolve this issue and be honest with each other? Let's have a moment of silence for all the Christian wives, because I feel like this man's wife, she's one stain away from snapping this man's neck. You're in the arms of the trapped wives. Clean the shit, stay. Okay, next we have to obviously include Harrison Butker, a kicker from the Chiefs. And he is making a commencement speech at a university on their graduation.
I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now, about to cross this stage, and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world.
Nope. Not me. Like, as a woman who graduated college, I was never like, oh my god, time for me to be a boss babe and step on the balls of all the men that are in my way. Move, men. I'm a feminist. And I also was never like, oh my god, I can't wait to get cream filled by my husband and have 10 kids.
I can tell you that my beautiful wife, Isabel, would be the first to say that her life truly started when she began living her vocation as a wife and as a mother.
Like, do you guys remember that one pastor that, like, embezzled millions of dollars from his church, like, charity funds? And then he was like,
I was called to remodel my kitchen and invest the rest of the money in a crypto scheme.
that's like the same vibes that I get when I hear them talking about calling. I already know that there's these traditional husbands that are like, well, my wife was called to be a stay-at-home mom, but me, I was called to use up all of our net worth and spend it on my 19-year-old escort girlfriend. Also, Harrison, aren't men designed to, like, go to war and die and, like, I don't know, capture a lion or some shit? Like, why are you in the NFL then? Can you point to me where in the Bible or historically when men were designed or had roots in having a fade, manscaping every day, and kicking balls for a living, getting tackled by other beefcake daddies for a living? Tell me where. Bitch, where? Okay, and finally, we are at the last tier. The top tier trad wives. Okay? So these people, they don't give a all right? They out here shaming women left, right, and center. Watch this. It's a stitch.
With all due respect, enjoy your selfish, self-centered, self-serving life. And enjoy always taking the easy way out and doing everything the easy way, never doing anything difficult or meaningful or rewarding or anything worthwhile. And enjoy dying alone.
The hardest things in life will always be the most worthwhile. So if you're that weak, it's probably better that you don't have kids. And by the way, there are a lot better countries to live in Mexico. Mexico is gross and dirty. Yuck.
Oh my god, what the Why does the wife look like she's a hostage held at gunpoint? The guy's just like,
Quick, say something mean about childless women. She's just like,
I hate Mexicans.
And it's a good thing you're smoking hot, but you're gonna get old.
That too.
in front of his wife too? Oh my god. girl, the blonde girl you saw at the beginning, is saying that she is childless by choice. And then the couple that is stitching to her is responding, pretty much saying that she's a weak bitch, she's not a good person. God, the guy saying that she's smoking hot was just the, it's just the, it's just the cherry on top, bitch.
Look, you're tempting me right now, so I'm glad that even though I would drink your bathwater and suck on your toes, you're gonna age and be ugly one day. And that makes me feel better about myself for some reason.
Anyways, the next video we have is classically Abby, and she made a video about should you be a mother?
If you think that being a mother is something that is a choice, in the sense that you could do it, you could take on this massive burden, and you could take on the massive responsibility of another person's life, or you could just continue to live for yourself and travel and party it up and do all of these things that I think are not what life is for. I believe, though, that motherhood is what life is for. That if you don't choose to put other people ahead of yourself, and if you don't choose to live your life for the purpose of raising the next generation, then you're just living a hedonistic life.
I guess, Harriet Tubman, well, that bitch is a because she cared more about freeing people than bringing in a child into this world. Oh, Mother Teresa, well, that okay? Because she didn't even want to bring kids into this world. She's living a hedonistic life. Like, there's a million reasons why people don't want to have kids. Some people can't afford to have kids. Some people have a traumatic childhood and don't want to bring a child into this world. Again, it's very much giving like she got a glimpse of what her life used to be. She's just sitting here being like, wait a minute. This is not what I wanted, but I'm miserable. You guys have to be miserable too. It's not fair. Also, the point of these videos are to make women want to have kids. This is doing a job. Like, literally, I saw a video of quadruplets on TikTok, and one of them was like making the other three laugh. I literally had
How'd I get 2 likes?
baby fever at that second, okay? I was like down to get cream filled.
Oh,
My
that's
life
funny.
is so much better than yours type of stuff. The prime example of this is, you guessed it, Nara Smith. If you're not familiar with Nara's content, she really just posts like vlogs where she like makes things from scratch.
My sister's in town to visit, and she's been craving bubblegum so bad, but she ran out, so I just decided to make it for her. I poured some powdered sugar on some wax paper and created a well before combining it. My husband ran out of the moisturizer that he usually uses, and he didn't love it enough to repurchase, so he just decided to make his own.
I got hair in my
He
mouth.
combined some beef tallow and beeswax in a metal bowl.
Okay, I'm not trying to hate here, but like, is this real? This literally seems like something they would put in the background inside like a fake dentist office. My husband was violently craving Belle Delphine's bath water, so I went to the bathtub and made that for him. My son really wanted a brand new iPad, so I flew down to Morocco and mined the cobalt for him.
These are some baby names I loved, but I didn't use this time around. For reference, our kids have pretty unique names. Our daughter's name is Rumble Honey Smith.
Rumble Honey Smith. Dad thought she was gonna name her kid Rumpelstiltskin.
Our son's name is Slim Easy Smith, and then we just had little Whimsy Lou Smith. These are some girls' names that I loved. We were almost gonna name her Ting.
We got Rumpelstiltskin, we got Real Slim Shady, and we got Lucy Mayhew from Whoville. Every time I make a pregnancy announcement video, you guys are always like, Missy, who would literally name their kids that? These people, because of these crunchy moms, 10 years from now, we're gonna have people go up and be like,
Hey guys, I'm 6 years old and my name is Dipsy Willow. Hey guys, I'm 8 years old and my name is Analby Megatron the Fourth.
okay, all jokes aside, I actually don't think that there's anything wrong with this content. Like, yeah, could you argue that this is setting unrealistic expectations for what a Mormon trad life looks like? Sure. However, I feel like you can make that argument for like literally everything that's on the internet. Do you guys remember when like every single bitch wanted to be a forensic anthropologist because they saw how cool the show Bones was and they wanted to like work with an FBI? Remember when all of us wanted to be marine biologists because we saw those mermaid shows? Remember that shit? Look, I just turned 28 the other day. All right, I'm fucking tired. Sometimes I want to watch a really pretty girl make this nasty looking bubble gum and pretend like if I named my kid Rumpelstiltskin that there would be no repercussion. Sometimes I want to live in that reality. Okay, so now let's talk about tier 2 trad wives, okay? So these are the women that don't just make like aesthetic content showing how trad wife life is amazing, but these women have like a judgmental, shameful, like undertone to their content. So we have the infamous Gwen the Milkmaid, okay? And she made this video called Lies I Was Told Growing Up Thanks to Modern Feminism. You don't need a man. A 9-to-5 job is better than raising your kids. Getting married and starting a family will make you unhappy. Promiscuity and dressing provocatively is empowering. Birth control is safe. Abortions are no big deal. You guys see like what I mean by like the judgmental undertones in these videos? Like, yeah, she's not coming out here like spraying everyone with a machine gun, okay? But you know, she
wouldn't sound as if there was something really wrong with it.
Turned my bike into Junior Miss Bike Decorators competition. Don't you love what I've done with these streamers? Cheer up, creepy. Maybe my mom won't be able to sell your old house. Really? You think it's possible? No, not a chance. My mom could sell igloos in a desert. Well, wish me luck. I could use a little luck right now.
Only way your house wouldn't sound as if there was something really wrong with it.
But what could be wrong with Dwee's mold? It's so snug and cozy.
Yeah, if you're a roach or a termite, but some people think it looks haunted. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Haunted?
Now, creepy, while we're out house hunting, Bunny will be coming by to show the house.
Yeah, sure, Mom. We'll be waiting for her.
Creepy dear, these are the winter bottoms. I'm just going to show them around. Pretend like they're not even here.
Come right in, Mrs. Hollyroller. We've all been waiting for you.
This kind of looks like her.
Wonderful. Are your parents home?
No. But let's just say we're not alone. Please, come in.
Don't you just love the period decor? So atmospheric. You know, they're not building houses like these anymore. What? Oh, dear. Oh, you know how drafty these old places are.
Oh, it's not a draft. It's them.
Them? You mean ghosts? Children have such vivid imaginations. See? Drafts. And remember what I always say, a draft is just nature's air conditioning. Let's move on, shall we? Isn't the dining room spacious? What's wrong with the lights? Nothing like a little mood lighting for gracious entertaining. Meanwhile, that should hold it. Now, let me show you the second floor.
I heard Chris Alice's mom was good. I just didn't realize how good.
Looks like we're just gonna have to turn things up a bit.
Wait till you see all the closets.
I gotta go check my rice.
Nothing a little paint and a minor exorcism.
And a minor exorcism. This was no one was watching.
Sometimes you just need to find the right buyer.
What are you going to do now?
I think it's time they met Aunt Rose. Don't forget to show them the basement.
Absolutely. Some wood paneling and shag carpeting, and this would make a terrific rec room. My husband's an excellent exterminator.
I'll bet that's the last we'll see of Chrysalis' mom.
I'd like you to meet...
I think I just stopped streaming. I really haven't been doing anything.
Edward and Lilith Timpson. Oh, Edward.
I'll just stream later. You guys are